ready to do battle between the London Monarchs and the Brooklyn Beats. Moore now on the return. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this game, has got to be priority one.
They'll set up a throw. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! No, check. Patriot! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he coughed it up. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And this will be a touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took him at a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A very solid gain of 27.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Gun! Check 25. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 55 is mine, guys, 55. All right, now, lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on set and change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harold able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
All right, now,
A
lucky
lot of
56.
points.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Johnson was the intended receiver.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. On the slant, he gets it to Clark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Watch him
He
now,
does it at
Barney,
a high
Barney.
level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Gun! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Detroit!
The first down carry here for Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're
Green,
looking for
39.
now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Green 39!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Johnson's got it complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Gun!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Philly, here we go. 4 down. Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Detroit!
They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, as time expires in the first half. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's 3rd and 5.
That one didn't quite make it to the target,
No,
but that's not
check,
always
Patriot,
a function
Patriot.
of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure
Green,
there.
39.
In any
Green,
case, the
39.
ball doesn't arrive.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Check, Patriot,
And a tight
Patriot.
game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tease Tabor, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
319! 319!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Wow. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
Leopard!
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Here we go now. 319!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Back to throw.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker
Green
for us.
39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And as a result, possession switches hands. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Detroit!
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion,
right,
0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Lucky 56, lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Dumping it off for Johnson. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit.
Looking to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Green 39, Green 39.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. You got 4. All right, here we go. Green 39, Green 39. Detroit, Detroit.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college Did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hurry up, here we go.
They're set up to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
All right, now,
when you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Lucky 56. Gun.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, right side going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Gun. 4 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! You must be getting tired. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Switch! Switch! Here we go!
They'll look to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice. They've got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 36 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy is still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Single. Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because
now,
we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to.
Guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big block